And thank you to the chair and the honorable members of the committee. My name is Adam Schuster. I am the Senior Director of Budget and Tax Research for the Illinois Policy Institute. And here today to discuss the spending cap legislation. As Senator Goya-Kilton laid out, it's fairly straightforward to address a very serious problem in Illinois, which is that we have among the worst overall fiscal condition of any state in the country. That's according to Moody's credit ratings. For example, you can also look at sources like Truth in Accounting that have found we have the second most debt per taxpayer in the nation. We also have the second most debt relative to the size of our state economy in the nation at about 26% of our GDP. And a major reason for this is that our state spending has been growing faster than our taxpayers are able to afford. Over the last 10 years, for example, state spending has exceeded growth in the median family income by about 30%. And another way to look at it would be just growth in revenues versus growth in expenditures. And these numbers come from the Institute for Government Affairs at the University of Illinois, and they showed that in real terms, so adjusting for inflation, state revenue growth from 1998 to 2018 was about 47%. But spending growth was about 57%. So we had, healthy growth in state revenues, but spending exceeded that amount. So this is the problem the bill's trying to address, to tie our annual increases in state spending to annual increases, or rather a 10-year average increase in the median family's personal income. This is a very common way of capping spending among the states. There are 33 states that have some type of spending or revenue limitation, including 25 that have a specific spending limitation. This is not a red or a blue issue, a Republican or a Democratic issue. There's states like Oregon, California that have spending caps, and there's also states, Tennessee and Texas. So you see this in both Republican-dominated states and Democratic-dominated states, and it does allow for growth in spending. It just tries to limit that growth to what the taxpayers can afford. And I'm happy to answer any questions.
All right. Do I see any? I don't see any questions. I have just a brief question. So it sounds like if median income drops, so if our citizens, if our households, our families have a drop in, I imagine, real wages, then we should restrict our spending and so cut services if our citizens are making less money. Is that what you're proposing?
Well, no, it's really about capping the rate of growth, and and again, it's a 10-year average period. It would be shocking if over a 10-year average period there was negative growth in median family income. I don't believe that has ever happened. It would certainly be a major problem if it did. However, the bill does allow for spending increases in excess of the cap if the General Assembly finds that there's an emergency or special conditions that justify that.
Thank you.